David Lenard.
And I'm Danielle Lenard. Welcome to Lenard Team Connections.
We hope everyone had a great weekend. Thank you for joining us today. We are super excited to be joined again by Krista Marucheau, owner of Pita Pit Hauppauge. We talked with Krista back in February, and we're thrilled to have her back to just check in and see what she's up to.
First, some Long Island and New York good news. John David, a Buffalo teen spent 10 hours cleaning up the damage from a protest. Antonio Gwynn Jr. started cleaning up at 2 a.m. because he didn't want his neighbors to have trouble getting to work. In the morning, the neighbors came out to start cleaning up, and he had pretty much done most of it. This act of kindness was met with a gift of a 2004 red Mustang convertible donated by Matt Block, auto insurance from a local businessman, and a full scholarship to Medill College in Buffalo. Gwynn is known for performing his regular acts of kindness.
The 18-year-old Hutch Tech student spent around 10 hours cleaning up Bailey Avenue in Buffalo after the violence.
Wow, awesome. Another example of karma at work, Danielle.
I love his story.
So back in episode 17, if you remember, we talked to Joe Gentili of Urban Acoustic. Since he hasn't been playing live, Joe's been utilizing his new live streaming skills to raise awareness for Manhasset's Women's Coalition Against Breast Cancer. This Saturday at 7 p.m., Urban Acoustic is going to be doing a virtual show from Terry's backyard. You can find all the details on the Facebook page.
I loved having him on when he played live for us, and I know this is going to be an awesome show. So please go check it out, and you can really enjoy a great show on Saturday.
You know, and contribute to a great cause.
Our last story is one of wild coincidence that brought two heroes together. 37 years ago, Deirdre Taylor was rescued from a burning apartment building by New York City firefighter Eugene Puglisi Jr. For years, Deirdre has tried and has been unsuccessful in finding her rescuer. Currently, she's a nurse living in Virginia, and she traveled all the way to New York City to aid in the COVID-19 treatment efforts. When she came, she brought along her newspaper clipping, which featured a photo of her rescue.
Gosh, she was 4 years old at the time.
Isn't that crazy? So 2 weeks ago, when local firefighters came to the hospital, Deirdre presented them with the photo. After all those years of searching, within an hour, they two had reconnected over the phone. I love this story. It's like amazing.
Wow, look at that. If you have a good news story from around the island, please share it in the comments below. We'd love to feature it in an upcoming episode.
That brings us to our guest. As we mentioned at the top of the show, Krista Marucheau is the franchise owner of Pita Pit in Hauppauge, which opened in December of last year. Krista's story is one of steadfastness, resilience, and fearless entrepreneurship. And in many ways, her story, the story of Pita Pit, is just getting started. Krista, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes. Before we begin, be a part of the show. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Anyway, thanks for being back, Krista. It was different circumstances the last time we interviewed you. First of all, it wasn't live.
You tell I'm a little stiff right now.
No, it's good. We're really happy to have you back on the show, again, live this time. When we had done it, we were really just so happy with how it came out, because just your story and everything that you did even before COVID was really inspiring to us, and we just wanted to tell that story to the community. So let's dive in. Krista, your business started out of a need to help your family. Can you tell us about what prompted this journey and what it's been like?
Sure. Well, long story short, my husband became disabled. He was the breadwinner of the family. He broke his neck, had to get 2 surgeries, had a pulmonary embolism. So he can no longer be the breadwinner. So, but here we are.
What were you doing prior?
I was a stay-at-home mom of 4. So I,
Okay.
had a little side jobs here and there, but my kids needed me. They still need me, but now they need me and they get to eat pitas. For dinner every single night.
Well, we were discussing prior to coming on how much we love your food, just to everybody, and how we really can't get sick of it. It's that good. So
yeah,
it's not only good. It's obviously these aren't intended to be like any kind of commercial. It just so happens we're huge fans of you, your business, and your food. It's so fresh. We love it. But when we last talked to you, the threat of COVID-19, I mean, it seems weird that we only spoke to you in February. It feels like a year ago.
I feel like I've known you guys forever. Really crazy.
But I mean, the idea of COVID was like, if it was on our minds, it was like a problem somewhere else around the world. So how have you adapted since then?
Well, as a new business owner, obviously with, like I said, back in February, with no business experience at all, this is mind-boggling because for even the people that have owned the businesses forever, I'm sure it's a whirlwind for them. So when this hit us, we were just getting our feet wet in the business world. And now it's like, how do you adapt, or what does this even mean? Like we were just at a point where we were getting the word out there and now everything's shut down. It was like zombie land for a while. I mean, no one left their homes. My family too, so I didn't know how to adapt. We didn't know what to do. I mean, like I said, no business experience at all. So even for the most seasoned business owners, it came as a shock. But the only thing that kept us swimming is everyone was in it together. So I knew that we come together and help each other out. And thank God that, customers or anybody is understanding in the time. And, my heart goes out to those that have obviously have lost their lives in this pandemic, and money will come and go. And that I'm not, but we're all healthy and we just have to figure it out. Like I've said from the beginning, you got to figure it out. Life's about figuring it out. So that's what we're trying to do.
That's what I love about, different people arrive at entrepreneurialism from like different ways. And you came out of it at a necessity. I think it's refreshing that you're just like, I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I saw a Pita Pit. Sounds like a good opportunity. Never ran anything like this before. And you jumped in 2 feet first. If you would have overanalyzed, you might have said, "Ooh, scary risk," but you did it. And here's the important thing. And this is like, I want to make sure we highlight this here. Even if there was no such thing as COVID, your learning curve would have been like this. It's already a huge challenge. Now you throw this in, and I think one of the things that I think Danielle and I talk about is that we have this well that we go to just like reach in and grab whatever we need for life to get through things. And this has showed us like how deep it really is, like deeper than we thought it was, right?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's mentally prepared for something like this. I mean, you look at these businesses that were already on the ends of not knowing, their businesses, and then this just really closed the doors for them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's sad.
And then there's you on the opposite end who just opened their doors. And as JD said, your learning curve had to be so huge, but that, like you said, at first it was zombie land, but then you came out.
Yeah.
And you are able to do what? Curbside. You do, what have you guys been doing?
A lot of online ordering, curbside. I mean, unfortunately, my location relies on the businesses, the schools, and no one's really there. So we just got to, conserve for the time that they do come back. But the hard part is, as a new business owner, you have to get through 1 full year to know the trends, know the tides. So now what happens come February, I have to start all over because I don't know what the normal trends of March, April, and May normally would be like. So that's where it's hard,
So as far as like stocking food, are you ordering too much, too little? You need to know what the seasonality of it is going to be prepared.
Yeah, staffing wise, are we going to be busier in the summer that schools are out? Are we going to not? So it's like now we got to get through another season of it.
Well, anybody going to a barbecue?
Go ahead, because I was going to say beach. You're going to say barbecue.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to the beach.
So we were on the same.
We're on the same.
We're on the same page. So anybody going to the beach, going to a barbecue barbecue. First of all, a barbecue, if you want to bring like an awesome tray of wraps, but even like for the teens out there, it's such an easy thing. Just run in, grab some sandwiches, run to the beach.
Yep. A lot of people come in and they're going to the park. They're going, I'm sorry, I just want to make sure my lights don't go off. I don't like doing live. Energy conserving. But yeah, so a lot of people, they'll eat in their car, and that brings us, you know, the event we'll talk about in a little bit, why we came up with that idea. But people are making do and they're trying to figure it out, but it's nice to see people out there a little bit more. And, you know, in the store, we do everything we pretty much have always done, because we've always been a very, very clean store, with the exceptions of.
Is that Pita Pit? Nice. Well done.
About this.
Done.
I got one with your name on it.
I'm coming. I'm coming for lunch after this. I'm not kidding. Get ready. I'm coming. My mom's like in the mood for it too. So, you know, one thing that has always that impressed me, I feel like always, like you said, I feel like we know each other forever. But from the very beginning, your work ethic, the cleanliness of your place, but you're already giving back. Like, you're not even an established business and you're starting off by giving back. And I just think like that's so huge. And as we say frequently, the Smithtown Children's Foundation comes up in almost every episode. And, you know, you right away got involved with the foundation. And just as recently, you know, with the Hauppauge school seniors that have been, I mean, like, they've been impacted pretty dramatically by this pandemic. And you've got involved with Celebrate a Senior, which is an initiative from the Smithtown Children's Foundation Hauppauge chapter, and then the Smithtown chapter is also doing for the Smithtown seniors. Yeah.
What is that? Krista, can you tell us what that even is? What is the Celebrate a Senior?
I believe someone at the chamber, Jen, and a bunch of people came together. It's like they're adopting a senior, or they're sending out goodie bags to every senior in the schools. So we threw some coupons in there. We did it for the Smithtown Hauppauge chapter. We also did it. Oh, that's a nice picture. We did it for the other, the original Smithtown Foundation that 800 students we gave coupons for. This one was 300. I actually had a softball team reach out to me, and I gave them some gift certificates for their teams, because it's sad. You know, I have 4 kids. None of them are of graduating, although my preschool graduate now has to do a curbside graduation, which is kind of sad because she's, you know, but everyone's got their story. So it's something nice that we're trying to, you know, give back to the kids, to bring a smile on their face, because this is something they will never get back, ever.
Right.
It's once, and that's it. You'll graduate once from high school. And it's really sad. I'm glad everyone's coming together and trying to give back to them, and hopefully they appreciate it.
Yeah. We've actually mentioned the Celebrate a Senior before. But in addition to this, they're doing boosters for the seniors, where you can write a message, and it's helping pay for some of this. But I helped with the goodie bags, and yours was part of it. I loved your bright orange ones because that made it easier. But those bags are stocked. Like, these kids, I hope in the midst of all of this, I really hope it puts a smile on their face.
And it just shows. Our community, the good of our community, how we come together, we take care of each other, and you're new to the community as being a business owner, and right off the bat, you're selfless. So, I mean, I'll just say thank you on behalf of everybody.
And that's why I wanted to do a restaurant, because I felt like that was the easiest way to give back, and I'm glad that we can, wherever we can. So it's nice.
So, Krista, you also have a fun event lined up that I'm really excited to hear about. Tailgate Karaoke. What are the details on that?
Well, we saw these pop-up movie theaters coming everywhere in these parking lots. Mm-hmm. So, and we've also noticed that a lot of people come in and get a pita, and they actually bring their own lounge chairs, and they'll open their trunk, because we have an empty parking lot. There's no one else in our our building. Right. So they'll pop their trunk, and they'll start eating out of their trunks with their friends. So we thought, my cousin owns Karaoke Craze business, bring him in. We'll play some music outside. If you want to sing, you'll get 50% off your pita. If you don't want to sing, listen, you got to, you got to have some incentive.
I
And
love it.
for the event, so it'll be 4 to 8 p.m. We're going to stay open an hour later because we did adjust our hours due to COVID. So 10% off that entire time. Come in, order, tell us what car you're in. We'll bring it out to you. Obviously, be mindful it is an active parking lot, so don't have anyone running through the streets.
Right.
But we're taking sanitation precautions, like what microphone covers that are sanitary covers that are disposable in between singers. We'll wipe down the microphones, and hopefully we'll have a good time. And if you're lucky, you might hear a me belt went out. That'll be a good laugh.
That's so fun. I love,
What?
you know, like one thing in all of this is like the creativity that people are coming up with. Like you said, like the movies and karaoke in the parking lot. Like karaoke in the parking lot. That is awesome.
Are you going to sing, Danielle? Are you going to come?
I'm going to come.
You're not
Well,
gonna-
I might have a party, but
All right.
at the beach.
Yeah,
At the beach. Social
she's a
distance.
yes. She's a yes, for sure. I'm
If,
gonna see
if I'm
that.
back in time, I'm there. If I'm
All
back
right.
in time, I'm there.
I'll save you a 50% off Pita because
Well,
I know
we
you're.
could sing. We could sing. How do we sing socially distanced separately together?
Well, keep our 6 feet.
And really scare people.
Speaking of 6 feet, what's the protocol going to be for once we like we go to the phase of you really opening more? Like, how's that going to look? Do you know yet?
We don't know because I'm not sure exactly the rules. I think when we do open, it'll be at like 50% capacity of indoor seating, and I'm only allowed 16 seats to begin with, so it's extremely limited. You know, I don't even know if it's worth putting 2 tables in there, but it is pretty much a takeout type of restaurant, anyways. And I'm sure with the businesses as they start opening, they're probably going to want to eat it back in the car or have delivery. I'm not sure, but I will offer as many as I'm allowed seats. But it's we all just got to figure it out. And we'll, like I said, I'm always been cleanly. So we have the hand sanitizers, my staff wear masks, and that's really just, just going to keep doing what we're doing.
Do you know one thing too that I wanted to say? Sorry, JD. One thing that I definitely wanted to say, and it's probably what he was going to say, is that like I have a child that's gluten-free. I prefer to eat gluten-free in solidarity with him. You have a lot of options for people who are vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, and they all taste amazing. You make shakes. You do salads. Is there anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I was going to actually ask you, Danielle, what's your favorite thing from there?
Ooh, it's a toss-up between falafel and the salad and the chicken, and both. But I had a shake too, and it was delicious. So I have yet to not have something that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, there's a lot on the menu, and I've tried a few, but I keep coming back to falafel. I mean, like, I'm no vegetarian. I love meat, but man, there's just something about like the freshness. But once in a while I'll eat a falafel and I feel better. I feel a little bit healthier.
We don't deep fry our falafel. That's why.
That's why. All right. Yeah. So
it was fun when we did the video watching you guys actually cook it.
Listen, come in today. 10% off if you mention Lenard Team Connections, and you'll watch me cook it right in front of your face.
Oh, yes. That's amazing.
Yeah, oh my God, it's so good. My mouth is watering. Can I order on here now? No, I will take
text me their orders, and I feel bad because I don't see it till an hour later because I'm up there. So don't text me your order. Call in or pitapit.com.
Good to know. Good to know. All right. Diana, I'm sorry, Dean Watkins, by the way, just said fabulous karaoke idea.
Yeah, she's the co-owner of Pita Pit. She must be watching in the other room.
I hope she's proud. I hope we're making her proud.
It was her idea, karaoke night. Got to shout her out.
Woo! So, it truly is a fabulous idea. No, it is, though.
Listen, again, if you're watching this, truly, you love this community, you want to back the people that back this community, go to Pita Pit. Enjoy yourself. We don't normally, give make this into a commercial or anything, but this is coming from the heart. Check it out. Have one. You're going to love it. And Krista, we're so glad that you came today to the show. We love having you, and you're an inspiration to us.
I appreciate it. I can't wait to interview you guys next. We're gonna be in the hot seat. We're gonna definitely set it up.
You got it. That'll be fun.
Right.
The table's turned.
Yes.
Awesome. Krista, as always, thank you so much for coming on. And to everybody else, thank you for joining us on Lenard Team Connections. We are inspired, truly inspired by everything that you're doing, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
If you missed any of the links we shared on today's episode, don't worry, they'll be added to the show description. So, probably shortly after we're done going live here.
Mm-hmm. We look forward to connecting with more amazing people like Krista who are supporting our community. In the meanwhile, stay healthy and see you next time.
Thanks, Krista.
Thank you.